Welcome back to Puzzles by Liza. I'm Liza, and today our episode is going to be all about the new puzzles that I brought from Hamburg, Germany when I was traveling there. And unfortunately, not all the puzzles that were supposed to be released were released on time, so we're not going to see everything, but we will see what we get available now, and we will be back in a future episode to cover all the rest. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and come back to my channel for more puzzle updates. So here we are, first puzzle. We're going to start with this, Sydney by Stefan Heffele. It's 3,000 pieces, and this is of course a 2025 release. It is a colorful puzzle that is showing the iconic city of Sydney, Australia. There are 13 total puzzles of Australia that I found. Most of them are around Sydney, but most of them are also very muted tones. Though this vibrant version is actually a refreshing change. We will see more of Stefan Heffele soon. He does have about 90 puzzles with Ravensburger so far, and that's quite a lot. And we will see more in just a moment, actually. The next puzzle is Pristine Mountains. It's also by Stefan Heffele, but this time 2,000 pieces. It is showing us some stunning work by Stefan Heffele, which is, as I said, a photographer that works with Ravensburger quite a lot. And this puzzle showcases quite stunning mountains and skies, and there is all the red flowers here. I guess the flowers here and maybe the sky would be the easier part in this puzzle. It will be quite a challenge because of all of this complexity. And compared to Sydney, that's of course going to be much harder, even though this is a 2,000 piece and the other one is a 3,000 piece, but I would pick Sydney any day compared to this one. And then this one, it's called A Witch's Favorite Things by Pixie Cold, also 2,000 pieces. This is, in my opinion, one of the most exciting puzzles of 2025. Even though it is 2,000 pieces, I think you might want to consider tackling this one. It's the first one that Pixie Cold has at over 1,000 pieces. Pixie Cold has so far 13 puzzles with Ravensburger. 4 of them are wooden puzzles. All of them are striking in their beauty. If you didn't see the 2024 puzzles by Pixie Cold, you might want to check Magical Forest, beautiful puzzle with mushroom and fairies. And if you are into a challenge, you might want to also check the one that is called Toxic Plants. It's a much harder puzzle, but it's also very beautiful. And if you compare this puzzle with potions to the Zoe Sadler 2,000 piece potions, this is definitely going to be much easier than the other one. It's a very different art style though. The next puzzle here is called Gardens by the Bay, Singapore, 1,500 pieces. And it is by Shutterstock. And if you've never been to Singapore, the puzzle image doesn't quite capture the whole magical place in Singapore. So I can recommend to you to go there and actually see it for yourself. But this puzzle is definitely a second Singapore puzzle that I have. The first one is showing the skyline of Singapore. I highly recommend to visit Singapore in person if you can do that. The next one is a 1,500 called Columbus Epos. This is also by Stefan Heffele. It's part of the Power of Nature series, and that series have quite a few puzzles. The same series was before called Nature Editions, and this one is showing us a very massive cloud formation. It's making it a very tricky puzzle, but if you're up to a challenge, that is an interesting one. A personal favorite of mine is the series Cities of the World, and this is by Franz LaRue. This time we got a puzzle called Las Vegas, and this series includes around 20 different puzzles of different cities, mainly in Europe. So I think Las Vegas is actually pretty new to tackle something in the United States. And I try to complete one of those every month. I'm most of the time pretty successful. I can't wait to do this one. Ravensburger is putting a lot of effort into this series because they are doing quite a lot of those. This design is pretty vibrant, as you can see, so it's going to be pretty cute. It is different than the older ones in the series because right now there isn't anymore the person here that is actually hiding part of the picture. And I don't know yet if the puzzle itself is going to be similar to the image or it's going to be different. It was different all the times before. I am going to come back and update you after I'm going to do this one. One more part of a series is this one, Pocahontas Disney Castle Collection, 1000 pieces, 2025. This puzzle is part of the series called Disney Castle Collection. It's featuring 12 different puzzles. There were 10 originally, but people already suspected there will be 12 because of all the symbols here. There are 12 of them here. This is the 11th one in the series. We're still missing one that's coming in March, Tiana from The Princess and the Frog, and it's set to be released in March, so just like in a week or so. Pocahontas is a fun puzzle. It's very colorful, especially here in the center. And if you did all the other princesses, you kind of have to do this one. There are some Pocahontas puzzles from the past. Most of them are very hard to find and very rare, but this one is going to be pretty easy to get. So if you didn't get it yet, I highly recommend it. And another new series that Ravensburger has is looking for the One Piece Netflix One Piece series. And this fun puzzle is a puzzle of a Netflix series, which I have to admit I'm not watching. We're going to see 2 more puzzles of that series in just a few minutes. It is created by Akira Oda, and this collage image is going to be harder than the other 2 that we're going to see, because it's really images that are photos of real people. The other 2 are not photos, so they're actually more fun in my opinion. So if you wait until the end of this video, you're going to see the 500 piece and the 300 piece version that actually look nicer. And I completed the other 2 and they were very enjoyable. I did not complete this one yet. One more very exciting puzzle of 2025 is New Emotions at Headquarters, Inside Out 2. This puzzle is by Disney, of course, and I've already completed it and it was very delightful. There are very distinct colors, so it's make it very easy to complete. You see a lot of the green, a lot of the pink, yellow. So it's actually going to take you less time than the average 1000 piece. And there will be another one that's 500, but it's not yet available to get very easily. And I don't know when this one is going to come to the US. I know many of you are probably going to ask that question, but I really don't have an answer. I do know there is also some 100 and 200 pieces, but I didn't get those. But if you like Inside Out, you have a few options, and that one is highly recommended. One more puzzle that I got when I was in Hamburg is Iberian Wine Tour by Sylvia Sponza, 1000 pieces. That one is actually from 2024, and this puzzle is featuring a map of wine. She previously did Italian desserts and Italian wine tour, so I think she seems to be really liking maps and good food, good wine. There are 3 of them. You can find all of them on my website if you're interested in seeing all of those puzzles that she created. Now, I do want to tell you actually an interesting thing. When I was in Germany several times, most of the time I actually rented a car and drove into the Ravensburger outlet stores. I've done the same thing here. I actually rented a car for a few hours from Hamburg and drove into the stores. Most of those stores don't have actually new puzzles, they have older puzzles, but they do have exclusive German puzzle store puzzles. And I actually picked something like 13 of those. If you're interested, I'm happy to show that to you. It is actually showing German landscapes and sometimes some Swiss landscapes. They're very beautiful in my opinion. You can see all of them in my website if you go to all the puzzles that I got in January. But I do want to tell you that I'm not going to show them right now. But if you do want to show them, just put it in the comments and I'm happy to make a video to show you all the exclusive to Ravensburger stores puzzle. They actually create some of those every single year. So they continue with that and get more puzzles, especially again landscape. So I don't know how many of those are interesting to you, but I'm very happy to show them to you if you want to. Okay, let's go to the 500s. Retro Mickey Disney Puzzle, 500 pieces. This puzzle is just a smaller version of a 1000 piece that already existed. I actually completed this one when I was in New York during January, and it was great to ease into this and not do the 1000 piece, which I still need to do, especially because I did the shaped Mickey and before that, and it was so difficult that I can't tell you like how much. So this one was a cute little Mickey, and I really enjoyed doing this one. Maybe another thing I want to tell you is actually in Hamburg, I ordered 38 puzzles by Ravensburger to wait for me in a local store. Actually, only 3 of them made it. So I canceled the whole thing, and except the 3 that I got, of course. And then I bought most of them from Amazon, and luckily they all made it into the place. I'm pretty sure the hotel was quite struck by the fact that I got so many puzzle packages into my room, but I was very happy to bring them back home, and I wish the rest were ready, but they weren't. Okay, I don't know if you're aware of it, but Nathan is a company that is owned by Ravensburger. It's actually Ravensburger. It is really directed into the French market, so that's why you see stuff here not actually written in English anywhere. So this puzzle is called Sparkling Looks, and it is featuring all the beautiful Disney princesses. Okay, some of them, like Cinderella, Belle, Tiana, Snow White, and Ariel. I really enjoyed this one, and I did it also in New York after I came back from Germany, and I highly recommend. I actually don't see a lot of difference between the Nathan puzzle and the Ravensburger puzzles, but they are printed on a different page, basically. Like the paper is a linen paper, so it's slightly different, but you almost cannot tell the difference. And now we're going to look at a series which is called Colorful Animals, and that is a series of 500 pieces that is including 4 puzzles, but I only got 3 when I was in Germany, and then the last one I bought from the UK, so you're going to see it in a different video. So we start with this peacock one, Getty Images. It was a very, very difficult puzzle, I have to say, very challenging. And unfortunately, mine was missing a piece, so I'm going to contact Ravensburger about that. But I do have to tell you that if I compare that to the Grinch Christmas Challenge puzzle, this was quite a piece of cake compared to that one. So I would say I'll do that one any day again, and not the one with the Grinch Christmas, which was pretty horrible. If you didn't see the Grinch one, you can go into my shorts, Puzzles by Liza Ravensburger, and then you can see it there, or you can try to search for it or find it on my website. But this is the first one out of 3 in Colorful Animals called Peacock. The next one is a much more fun puzzle. It's called Chameleon. It's not too difficult. It does have some darker sections that make it slightly tricky, but overall it's a really nice puzzle, and I've done it in my house not too long ago, trying to complete all the new 500 pieces. And those are things that could come, for example, in the US Nationals in some of the preliminary stages, so you might want to take a look again. And then the last one we're going to see here today is Lionfish. It's 500 piece, another beautiful addition to the series. This is actually the easier one around them, and I would say that if I actually put them in order of how difficult they are, the fish is the easiest, the chameleon goes next, the butterfly, that maybe you can see here, is the next one, and then the peacock is the most difficult one on all of them. And now we're going to look at the new Hello Kitty puzzle called Hello Kitty and Friends by Sanrio, 500 pieces. This one is a round puzzle, and it's part of the Hello Kitty collection. There are 17 Hello Kitty puzzles in general. Some of them are super hard to get. This one is new. It's available at least in Germany at this point, and I've done this one. And we're going to see actually more round puzzles, some of them today and some of them later. And if you didn't see the December new puzzles, there is a Hello Kitty there with 1,000 pieces that you might want to look at. Definitely a cute puzzle. It's not as cute because it's very busy, but it is easier than any Hello Kitty puzzle that you can find that is featured in just one huge Hello Kitty puzzle. The next one that I also did is Bots Forever. It's called Bots Forever. It's the Electric State series. Again, a Netflix series overall. And this one is the only one, so there is no collection around it. I haven't watched it, but I really enjoyed putting this together. Very cute characters. I hope the series is as nice as puzzle, but I don't know because I haven't watched it. And the first Barbie out of 3 Barbie puzzles that we're going to watch is this one. It's called Global Style Icon from since 1959. It's a Barbie puzzle. Barbie has 12 puzzles total. Most of them are very hard to get, so if you can get them, you should. But overall, this one is mainly sketches, so it's not that it's very kind of clear lines. So the Barbies here are slightly harder than it would be if it was actually images of more specific kind of drawings of Barbie. It is actually really cute. I like this one even more than the Hello Kitty that's round. Of course, it's round and I've already done it. And going back to the One Piece, we've seen the 1000 earlier, and here we have the adventure of the Straw Hat Pirates. So this is another vibrant more. It's also done by Aikiro Oda and related to the Netflix series. And this one was pure joy to assemble. You can see all the vibrant colors. The hardest part here is just to put this one piece thing together. But after you put all the rest, it's actually pretty easy. And as I said, there will be one more 300 piece that we're going to look at in just a moment. And now we're going to look at 2 puzzles that are wooden puzzles. The wooden puzzles are made by Ravensburger in Poland. And we're going to go one by one. So first we have the Harry Potter puzzle. And this one is made by Stephanie Hans by WB Shield. And this puzzle is super cute. It has very cute whimsies. The colors are super vivid. And the whimsies are related to the theme of the puzzle. And I put that one still when I was in Hamburg. And there are total of about 14 puzzles that are wood puzzles so far. 4 of them are 500 pieces, and there are some 300 and some 150. So another wooden stunning puzzle is also by Stephanie Hans. And this one is Marvel puzzle with from the Guardian of the Galaxy. It's called Groot. And I've done this one also when I was in Hamburg, and there are super cute whimsies, super vivid colors. If you like those, the only downside of them is that they're very, very expensive. But other than that, super highly recommended. The next puzzle here is a 300 piece called Cliffs of Rügen. That's my translation actually, because it's part of the Deutschland collection. It doesn't have a name in English at all. And this is very unique because it's the first one that is not 1,000 pieces. All the rest, 46 puzzles in the series, are all 1,000 pieces except this one. They're all featuring German landmarks. Beautiful, beautiful puzzles. If you check my website, you can see all of them. And I completed this one when I was visiting New York. It's a cute puzzle. It's a perfect puzzle snack in travel. So that's one of the new ones. The size overall is the size of a puzzle moment. So it's really kind of tiny, very easy to carry, very easy to find the space to do. It is by Ramon Dor. In our second Barbie puzzle for today, Strong Women Make Waves. And this Barbie puzzle is also in a puzzle moment size puzzle. And what you see in the front is not really the whole puzzle. You can see here in the back the whole puzzle. And I've done this one when I was still in Hamburg. And that one, I actually tried to do all the 300 pieces when I was in Hamburg, or even less than 300 pieces. But that one I've done there as well. And the last one of the one piece puzzle series is this one is called Wanted. Again, it's for the Netflix series. It's by Akira Oda. And out of all the puzzles that are in that series, I think I like this one the most. It's really well done. A lot of what to work with, and then all the wanted are giving you a slight tiny bit of a challenge. I've also done this one when I was in Hamburg in the hotel, and I really think it's fun to complete, and I can only recommend to you to do this one. The last 300 piece puzzle that I'm going to talk about is called Revetting Reptiles, and it's a puzzle by Team Jeffs, and that puzzle is absolutely adorable. It is larger pieces because it's a normal 300 piece, which is kind of large format, large enough. It's not giant, but it is pretty large, and it is created by Tim Jeffs. It is one of the cutest 300 piece puzzles that I've done. Definitely, there are not a lot of new ones in 300 pieces, you can see here. I was very happy to complete it, and then I came here and I sold it to somebody that really likes that piece count, so I don't have it anymore. It is a quick and fun puzzle. I highly recommend to do it. One more Barbie. I did promise you lots of Barbies, so we have one more Barbie here. This one is called Inspiring Girls Since 1959. It's a 200 piece this time, and it is again the same size of a puzzle moment, so that means it's quite small. And the puzzle I also completed when I was in Germany, and you can see that it features a lot of Barbie images. It's not as nice as the other Barbie puzzles that we've seen, but it is quite nice and quick, and it is part of the Barbie collection. So if you like Barbie, you might want to make sure you have this one too. And then this one is called Lizzie Activity, and this is a blue ocean puzzle, a 200 piece. Actually, they had another puzzle of Lizzie 300 piece in 2024 that if you watched my December new puzzles, then you could see it there. This one is not called Activity for no reason. It actually has stickers in it and some workbook inside, and it's a very heavy puzzle compared to normal puzzles because of all of those additional things inside. So it's a very creative addition if you or your kids are interested in doing this thing. And with that, that's all. We've covered everything that I got when I was in Germany, and then some of the puzzles, as I said, that we're supposed to get there are not there yet. So they're delayed, and I'm going to get them probably later. I want to remind you to please subscribe and like and comment. And thank you for watching as always, and happy puzzling. Bye-bye.